Hey y'all, and welcome back to Confederate Shop's YouTube channel. So, as I stated last week, I have two brand new books that I am bringing to you this week here in the newsletter. And I got a chance to read both of them. One, I only read a few chapters. The other one, I've dove in and I can't put it down. It's such a great book. But first I want to say, not too long ago, a good friend of mine who helps me with some of the work here at ConfederateShop.com made a suggestion about our book selection. He said, Confederate Shop should offer one book on every major subject of the War for Southern Independence. And I was like, that's a great idea, because most of our book selection is going to focus on where we are. We're in the Shenandoah Valley, so it's going to focus on Jackson and Lee and the Army of Northern Virginia and the Jackson Valley campaign and maybe other battles that happened in the East, right? You know, the Petersburg campaign and all those other battles. So I was like, yeah, that's a great idea. Let's do it. Let's focus on getting a book for every major subject or leader, Confederate leader, or battle that would be suitable, you know? And I finally found a book, because I was searching for a little while, on a good book of the Army of Trans-Mississippi, and I finally found one. I had a couple historians, a couple friends of mine suggest this book, and they say it's really good overview. It's well cited. It gives a good history of the Army, but it is the Confederate military forces in the Trans-Mississippi West, 1861 to 1865 by William Geese. And I will say about this book, it's a beautiful hardback with a dust cover, and it's a great read. It's well researched and well done. So if you want to learn more about the Army of Trans-Mississippi, this is a book for you. It's a book you need on your shelf. Now, the second book is the one I really wanted to focus on, and the one that I found the most interesting of the two. And it's because I really enjoy hearing about the actual experiences of the soldiers on the ground, in the battles, in camp life too. I was an authentic campaigner for many years, so this subject in particular has always fascinated me. The next book I feature this week is General Lee's Immortals. And this is the battles and campaigns of the Branch Lane Brigade in the Army of Northern Virginia, 1861 to 1865. So what makes this unit, the Branch Lane Brigade, so special and so unique is that they saw so much action during the war. I mean, this unit was on the ground from May 1862 all the way up until the surrender at Appomattox. And at the surrender at Appomattox, their unit was absolutely decimated. I mean, these Tar Heels fought hard, and they had so many hardships along the way, and the book is going to outline much of this. One of the veterans of this unit said, almost 130 years prior to this book being written, he said, who's going to remember our experience? Is there anybody that's going to write a book about our brigade? And somebody finally did. Michael Hardy did. And he put in, the author of this book, put in some very hard work and research in citing all of his materials and documenting the experiences of these brave Tar Heel men. Now, I just want to list the battles that these boys participated in. 7 Days Battle, Second Manassas, Sharpsburg, Fredericksburg, Chancellorsville, Gettysburg, and they were also at Gettysburg at Pickett's Charge, which is very interesting. The Wilderness, Spotsylvania, North Anna, Cold Harbor, the Petersburg Campaign, and finally the surrender at Appomattox. But these guys deserve to be remembered, and it's a fascinating book to read about camp life with these guys, not having any food, going hungry, experiencing tremendous bloody battles where quite often the Branch Lane Brigade was on the front lines in nearly all of these battles, which is absolutely horrendous. So these guys went through quite a bit of horror. Now, this book here, I didn't plan to have this book at the time that I did. But as you know, there are many people suffering in Western North Carolina right now in Appalachia. And I wanted to say something about that. Our hearts here and our prayers here, literally our prayers here, go out to all those who are suffering, not only in Appalachia, North Carolina, but also in southern part of Virginia, in Tennessee, in Georgia, and South Carolina. I have many friends and compatriots down there. I want you all to know we're praying for you. Also, we were thinking of what we could do to contribute to help out. And there is a group of SCV mechanized cavalry who are meeting at the Lee Jackson Memorial Park down there near Lexington, Virginia. But if you follow the link in this video, I'll put some links down there of how to get there. But the guys are meeting this Sunday, the mechanized cavalry guys from the Stonewall Brigade camp at the SCV. They're meeting down there at 10 a.m. and they'll be there from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. with their big tractor trailer, and they're going to be taking donations. So if you want to bring a case of water, if you would like to contribute monetarily and give them something there, you can do that. They have a whole list of things that you can contribute. It'll also be in my email as well of what you can do to help. And I'll also put a link, like I said in this video, if you want to do a monetary donation to that SCV camp who's making those efforts to go down there and help our brothers and sisters in need in North Carolina and the surrounding states. So with that being said, our prayers go out to everyone there in those devastated areas. We will continue to pray for you for recovery and restoration of your area and your land and your families and everything else. So thank you all so much for watching this video series and for checking out our 2 new books. I think they're winners. I think these are going to be great sellers for us, and I think they're fantastic books. So get them while you can. The Confederate Military Forces, Trans-Mississippi West, and General Lee's Immortals. 2 great books this week. So get them now. Y'all have a wonderful day.